God. He's gonna kill me. Okay. We are live. We're live.
Awesome.
Oh, I don't really have anything to attach this to tonight. Hey guys, you are tuned into Life Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
And I'm Sean Reeves.
And we've had a little bit too much fun already before you guys came on. So this will probably be another...
It'll be a fun episode. We're playing catch up. We haven't seen each other all week.
I know, we've been having too much of this lately.
I know. We need to... It's my foot being broken.
Well, that's the thing, because pretty much every single day, 12 times a day, but at least every single day, I'll be like, I want to see if Sean wants to do this. Oh, she can't.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I said see if Sean wants to... Oh.
She can't.
She can't.
Hopefully that will end soon, within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm scheduled to be out of this boot. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I know. When
I'm
you
looking
said,
forward to
like,
it.
by Thanksgiving, I'm like, by Thanksgiving? Oh my God, that's Christmas.
Yeah, it's been a long, slow process, but I mean, I'm finally getting better. Like, I'm now at the point to where I'm walking without crutches. So that's a good thing.
That is.
Yeah. So
That's a super plus.
it is a plus. So it's only the boot now. If I exert too much, I still feel like a sharp pain, but I'll just stop and put my foot up. So hopefully by Thanksgiving, I'll be
Honestly,
good to
I
go.
think that's going to still happen for a while
Because
until
of the
you
metal.
strengthen everything. Yeah, because you got the metal in there, and until you strengthen everything, I think you're going to have that.
Yeah, but I can tell when my leg is off balance. Like this leg now feels shorter than this one.
You're an alien.
I know. So call me Hobbles. You're watching Life Uncensored with Hobbles and Skylar Dawn.
That's it. Okay, so first big question. We got to get this out of the way because this is the most important question. How did Halloween go?
Halloween went amazing.
I did not see you guys this year for
I
Halloween.
know.
First year since I've known you that I haven't seen you.
I know. I passed out candy this year. In all honesty, I didn't even put on a costume.
You did not?
I did not. I went just like as my glorious self and passed out the Halloween. Well, I didn't even do candy either. I did not pass out candy. Normally, we're the house that passes out the full-size candy bars every year. But instead, I participated in the Teal Pumpkin, and I passed out these cute little adorable zombie bears. They were super cute, and the kids loved them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so they got something different, and besides, they got candy from all of the other neighbors.
Yeah.
And then my boys went as 6 feet inflatable dinosaurs. They were T-Rex.
We had some of those come by.
Yeah, so they were super cute. So, overall Halloween was great. No
Good.
complaints. Did you get a lot of kids?
Okay, so in my old neighborhood, I got like 250 kids.
Right.
So I only got about 50 kids here.
Oh, wow.
But I think it was like a lot compared to other people because like I was watching the Facebook and everything in our neighborhood and people were like, okay, where are the kids at? Where are the kids? And I had kind of a steady flow of kids. But like everyone that came was so excited. They had so much fun. Like I dressed up as a bloody nurse. I'm so mean. I swear I'm so mean. So like as the kids, I just left my door open.
Okay.
And I put like strobe lights all through the house.
Right.
And I had like the scary like screaming and howling and all that stuff going on. And I had the projector up on the screen and everything.
Right.
Well, they couldn't see the projector stuff, from outside. So they're coming up my sidewalk. And you have to go around my side, around some bushes and stuff to come to my front door.
Mm-hmm.
So as they're doing that, they're kind of looking anyways. And then as I walk to the front door, because it's like already open, and I step out, they're like, oh, So for several of them, I had to like take the mask off and be like, I'm a mom. Yeah. So
She's gonna murder us.
I'm a mom with a chainsaw.
But I have candy.
Have you heard of mental illness? But the kids came up surprisingly. I'm like, oh my god, the kids need to be. I need to have a talk with your parents. But they came up and all the kids were like, they would like look past me to see what was going on in my house, and I'd be like, do you want to come in a haunted house? The kids were like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, like some of them would just go past me without even saying anything. I'm like, you need to tell your parents.
Yeah.
You know, because they would be like way down there.
Right.
But then parents would come and they would come through and they were like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then one of my neighbors told me that his grandkids actually came and he was like, your house was a hit. Like my grandkids came and they said it was awesome. So I was like, oh, I feel so good.
Yeah, that was good. But I mean, it's your favorite holiday and it's your favorite thing to do.
And you know, I really look forward to it because I want the kids. I mean, yeah, I want to scare them, but not like scare them, like, you know, like terrify them.
Right.
But I want them to enjoy it.
Enjoy, and then, you know, you want to give them great Halloween memories.
Yes.
Because, you know, you always have that house that's memorable.
Yes, and I want them to feel like they were so brave and they went through a haunted house. I don't want them to feel like, oh my god, I'm never going through a haunted house again the rest of my life. I want them to feel like haunted houses are cool, this is fun, because how much I love all
Right.
that.
But I really missed it. Like, okay, so we haven't had, we did have a girls' trips this year, but we need another girls' trip.
Yeah,
We really
do. American Airlines really messed that one up too.
They screwed us up. But you know what? I'm thinking maybe next year.
What are we doing for your... Okay, well, we can talk about that offline.
Yeah.
But your birthday's coming up.
It is coming up, but I think maybe next year we should do Halloween at Universal Studios.
I don't know if I can leave my kids. Like, I don't know if I can
No,
leave, like, doing all my
they
stuff.
do it the whole month.
Oh, do it at a different time.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
so yeah.
I just got known as the cool house.
Yeah.
I can't leave.
So, yeah, because, I mean, I missed all the haunted houses this year, so we might as well have a trip to make up for it and do either Universal Studios, either in LA or Orlando. One of the two.
We could go, like, on a road trip and go to, like, cool haunted houses that people put on.
Like a haunted house road trip?
Yeah.
Type thing?
Those might actually be cooler.
Okay, I mean.
Those might, like, I'm into, like, because the special effects stuff, that doesn't really get me.
Okay. So you want to be scared. All right.
Yeah.
So now we've got our plan for next Halloween.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun. And go and see, like, what the towns have, you know? Because they, like, try to scare the shit out of people.
They do. Now, what did Juju do for Halloween?
Well, what I do with Juju is I start the projector and all the scary sounds and everything. Like, say, trick-or-treating, I expected it to start at 5:30. So I start all the scary sounds and everything around 3, and I just leave them running, like, loud in the house. And some strobe lights and stuff so that he gets all those sounds and everything.
Right.
So that he's acclimated to all those noises. Then I take him and put him in his crate and put his movies on for him. Yes, my dog watches movies. So I put his movies on for him and put treats and stuff in his crate.
Okay.
And then shut the doors and made it cool and everything in there for him. So that he would already be hearing all the noises.
Right.
So he wouldn't think,
anymore.
like, yeah, he'll smell the smells, but he wouldn't think
something's going on.
Yeah, something major's going on.
I get it.
So that's what I do with him.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, what went on with you and Juju today? Any more news with them? Like, how is he feeling? I saw your post, you said he might be sick.
Well, see, when I dance, Juju, like, I don't know if he's sick or if he just doesn't like my dancing.
So wait, you're saying your dancing makes Juju sick?
Well, I'm hoping maybe he's just sick and not, like, sick of me.
So you're hoping your dog is sick?
Well, no, I'm not hoping he's sick. Okay, so when I turn on the music when I'm getting ready and stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
So I don't do it all the time, but, like, when I have time, like, when I know I have some time. So I turn on the music in the bathroom today, and he was, like, laying there while I was getting ready. He's, like, licking on me and does his, like, thing, and then he lays down, and, you know, he's, like, being so sweet. I turn on the music, I start dancing. He gets up, and he goes into the bed, and he lays down, and he's just, like, so lethargic. And then, like, I'm dancing, and I'm having fun, and doing my thing.
And he's not impressed.
And then I'm like, Juju, do you want to come have fun with Mommy? And he gives me this.
He's like, make it stop.
Yes. So then I'm like, maybe he's sick. Maybe he doesn't feel good. Because that cannot be my dancing.
No, it's not your dancing.
Cannot be my dancing.
Not at all.
Then I come into the bedroom to do my makeup. And he gets up and leaves and goes and lays underneath the table in the dining room.
So, like, he's had enough.
Or he's sick.
Or maybe he's had enough.
I choose to believe maybe he's sick.
Of it.
I'm it. Wait, what are those memes? Like, I'm her.
I'm her, yeah.
I'm it.
It is me.
Yeah. He is a unique dog.
He is a wonderful dog. I love Juju so much.
Yeah, he's pretty unique.
He's such a character. And it's true, pets have personalities.
They do.
And he has his own personality.
He definitely has a personality. Well, all day today I had him in one of his little outfits. So probably wasn't his favorite person anyways.
Maybe that's what it was.
But he looks so cute in it. I think he likes it.
What was he wearing?
He has this little cute onesie, and on the butt, it has little buttons, and it says, Mommy's Little Monster. It's so cute.
So you forced your dog to wear a onesie and watch you dance today.
You should see him poop in it.
Oh, God. Oh, he's not pooping. He's dropping off his little monsters. Is what he's doing.
But he's so particular about everything. He's particular. So even trying to poop wearing that, like not trying to like get anything anywhere. He's so cute. He's adorable. Don't call PETA. I'm a really good mom.
I can see that. Okay, Juju, go make your monsters in the grass. Oh, that's a big monster.
He's such a good boy.
It's a stinky monster.
Oh my God. It's a murderous monster. Wow. Oh my God. I need to get out more.
Yes, you do. You really do.
Well, okay, you should do this with me. Tiffany, my sister Tiffany, she is going to Target. I guess they have like matching pajamas that you can match like your dog and yourself.
Yes, I've seen those.
Okay, well, we're going to get matching pajamas for ourselves and our dogs. I think you should do the same.
Okay, then we all need to get the same set of matching pajamas.
Yes.
Okay.
This weekend, I'm going to go to Target and call her and be like, okay, they have my size in this, and they have Juju's size in this, and you have Luna and your size in this. So we can all go together and get them all the same and have a big party.
All right, a matching PJ pajama party with our canines.
Yes.
Okay.
Crazy women and their cute dogs.
So instead of crazy cat ladies, we're crazy dog ladies.
Dog women.
Ladies, canine, crazy, I don't know. What's going on in the news?
We're crazy mavens. I don't know. Like, we got to think of, you guys think of a name for us. Well, I don't think crazy.
I don't know. I mean, it's the
Maybe-
crazy cat lady. I don't know.
But crazy goes with cat lady.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But we're also talking about going to Target. Well, no, you're talking about going to Target and getting matching pajamas for ourselves and our dogs. And here I am thinking, well, maybe, do I really want to?
Yes.
I mean, it might be fun. My dogs would look cute in pajamas, especially kind of plaid pajamas. Yeah.
They would look cute.
They would
We
look
would
cute
all
in
look so
pajamas.
cute. Okay, so let's do it. You are tuned into Lyfe Uncensored. We've gone way too long on this. I know you guys are so bored to death, but it's okay. We're not. This is Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reed.
And let's jump in for, oh, Nina, we miss you.
We do.
We were just talking about you, all good things, of course, and we just wanted to say that we miss you and we love you, and we hope that you're not snowed in.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stay alive. Try that first. Oh my God, they have so much snow.
they do.
You just looked at me so crazy. No, they're having like record snow.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Stay safe on the roads, Nina. Stay warm.
Yeah, I'm thinking like her little self, she's like this big around.
Yeah. We miss you. Keep in touch.
Yes.
And send us pictures of the snow.
Yeah, she sent me a picture of like when they were having snow before they were actually even having a storm.
Wow.
And it was like a lot. So she walks out in there, she'll be lost.
Yeah, she will. And she's not used to
it. Stay home.
She's not used to it.
Don't go to work, stay home. And then you can come back here.
I fire you for not showing up at work because of the snow.
It's not called fired, it's called conscious unhiring.
Really? Okay. Well, after you're consciously unhired, you can come back to Texas.
Back to us.
Yes.
We're saving you a seat. So in the news, Rodney Reed.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He's the convicted felon who's currently on death row, who's scheduled to be executed on November 20th.
Yes, here in Texas.
And, you know, the horrible thing about this case is that there is potential evidence that could exonerate him. You know, the Innocence Project right now has found evidence because of the changes in the DNA testing that actually prove his innocence. So here we have, you know, an innocent man, potentially innocent man, on death row who's been on death row for the last 21 years for, you know, possibly a crime he didn't commit, who's set to be executed on November 20th. You know.
Well, and the actually the evidence that they have witnesses.
They have DNA evidence.
They have DNA evidence. They have witnesses to where he was. They have DNA evidence, and then they also have witnesses that say the other guy who was the original suspect, that he
confessed.
Well, yes, they have someone from jail that says that he confessed, but then they also have other witnesses that say that at the time that he said that he was going to kill her, but they just were too scared to come forward.
Because he was a police officer at the time.
Yes, police officer. So, and since then, this police officer has kidnapped, and I believe raped.
He kidnapped and raped a woman for which he spent time in prison for.
Yes.
He was just released from prison in 2018 to be exact.
Yes. So, so there is some like sufficient evidence for him to not be executed. So,
and I feel like if the evidence is compelling enough, then he should be released from prison. He needs a new trial.
New trial. At the least, if not just exonerated. But
you know, what was it? Thomas Jefferson said that it is better for 100 people to go free than to have one person wrongfully convicted than to have one innocent person. And I believe that.
Yeah, Texas is the hard state to get someone off of death row, but the thing with this is there's just too much. There's too much to kill him. So there is a petition out. That everyone needs to go and sign. They're trying to get 1 million signatures for Governor Greg Abbott because that's who can actually do a stay of execution, which is the first step for all of this. So you guys can go out. It's out there. I think it's rodneyreed.com. But you can go on Sean King's page on Instagram, and he definitely has it. Or you can just Google it, and it's out there.
Or you can go to the Innocence Project, which is the organization helping to exonerate him, or fighting to exonerate him, I should say.
They're doing all his stuff, all his case. So you can go and look for yourself. Google it, Rodney Reed, R-E-E-D. Do a little research for yourself if you don't want to take our word for it. But he's definitely, my belief is that he's innocent. That's my belief. You can make your own judgment call if you want, or you can just know that all I do is watch ID channel and believe me that he's innocent and go sign the petition.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
if it were you, we would do it for you.
Yes, absolutely. So, family in Mexico that was shot, the Mormon family.
That is
9
insane.
family members.
Murdered.
Yes, by the cartel.
And they didn't just murder them. They killed them in a most horrific way.
I'm like, yeah, they
triple
killed them?
Yes.
Yes,
they did.
They burned there was 3 cars going to a wedding.
Yes.
And it was 3 adults and 6 children. But you know what's the worst?
They burned them alive.
Well, some of them, yeah. They killed some, they shot some of them. But what's even worse than that is the child that escaped and had to walked 14 miles to get help. Oh my God.
You know, they said one of the mothers, I think it was that kid, his mother had the presence of mind to put him on the floor and cover him with her body. I can't, like, but you know, it was a case of mistaken identity.
They say.
I
mean, I've read a couple different things, so
I mean, unless this Mormon family was involved in drug running.
I don't know. I don't know. No matter what.
The kids, though?
Yeah, no matter what. I don't know. I'm not saying they were. I've read a few things where people have said that maybe they either thought that the dads were, but there has been, I did see where there was a long time feud between the cartel and this Mormon group. So there has been some kind of a long time feud going on. Regardless, it's
scary.
Horrible. So, yeah. You're tuned into Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reeves.
And we're here each Tuesday night at 7 p.m. for your watching enjoyment. If you like crazy, you should tune in. Go to YouTube at Skylar Dawn, youtube.com/Skylar Dawn, and you can hit on that subscribe button so that you can be reminded. You don't have to remember. You will be reminded that we are on live every Tuesday at 7.
Yeah.
How can they find you?
You can find me on my Instagram at the Sean Reeves. Very simple.
The Sean Reeves. Yep. And if you guys are watching right now, you're on my social media, which is skylardon.com. This segment. We have a lot on this segment, so we're not going to be able to spend a lot of time on these subjects because we have a lot. Hashtag WTH. This is the segment that we talk about things that we are just like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So, you want to start?
All right, so WTH, a child fell from a zip line at an indoor theme park because he wasn't,
I go to those all the time.
But you know, that is why, like, I've always wanted to do zip lining and I've never done it for that very reason, because you're putting your trust in the hands of these people and hoping that they strap you in correctly. He wasn't properly harnessed according to the lawsuit, and he slipped from the harness and he fell. It looked like it was a good 20 feet.
It says it's 20 feet.
Onto the concrete.
Yeah, it says it's 20 feet.
And his poor mother, I mean, you know, she said that his life will never be the same. He suffered irreparable damage mentally, emotionally, and physically. I mean, well, yeah, he fell 20 feet from a zip line.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's super scary. I mean, I've done it. It looks like it's like, well, I don't want to say the place because I don't know where it is, but there is a place, a fun park type place here that has something like that indoor, and I've done it, and I mean, it's very short. You know, it's a very short amount of space. Mm-hmm. It's not very long. There was 2 people
who crashed into the wall.
Huh?
No, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm like, what happened?
What?
Wait.
No, there's 2 people that were working there that put you in the harnesses, so that you were like really harnessed in.
Right.
So you weren't. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm like, where are you going with this story? You said there's a short distance.
They were super cautious.
Okay.
No, they were super cautious. They went through the rules with you. There was 2 people there. Once they put you in, the second person did like this thing, you know, made sure that you were on. They told you, you know, hold on here. You get up here.
Okay.
And then you go. And it was just a short distance, so really you couldn't, with the speed that you go, with any kind of weight whatsoever, you didn't have a long time to even fall.
See, where I thought you were going with the story is, yeah, it's such a short distance that they put these 2 people into a zip line and they zip line and crash into the wall.
No.
I thought you were going there.
No. No, they only put 1 person at a time. They were really cautious. So I don't know if they just didn't train this person or what, but that's why, I mean, I was telling you before, even on roller coasters and stuff with my son, I mean, he was 18, 19 years old, and I'm still checking his stuff, and he's like Mom, what are you doing? And I'm like, look, if you fly out of this, I would freak the fuck out.
And there have been cases of people flying out of roller coasters.
So I'm checking this, and then I will get into my seat. And when the young kids that work there look at me, I'm like, I'm checking it, and then I will sit down.
Yeah, I don't even ride roller coasters anymore.
Yeah, oh, I love all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's always room for that kind of stuff. So, oh my gosh. Okay.
This is a what the hell.
It is. Hashtag WTH. A woman in Australia taints the Halloween candy. Suckers, I guess. From the looks of the pictures of the suckers, she tainted them with the chickenpox virus and handed them out at Halloween. She's an anti-vaxxer.
Right.
Love those.
What she was doing, according to her, she was helping the community. She was helping children develop a natural resistance to the chickenpox
by giving it to them.
By tainting the candy with the vaccine, hoping that they would ingest the virus.
So
and become infected.
And then advertising it on social media that she has figured out a perfect way of repackaging them. If anyone wants to purchase lollipops from her, she will mail them to you, ship them to you, so that you can hand them out to the kids in your neighborhood.
Yeah, just in case you want to, help people build their natural resistance. Now, is she selling chickenpox lollipops for enemies?
Well, what comes next? Malaria?
Herpes?
Polio?
I'm thinking herpes.
Herpes, that's not going to kill you.
No, but it'll give you nasty cold sores around your mouth.
But I get that from stress. Like, you get that period. Like, there's a lot of people that get that just from stress and that kind of stuff.
But there's two different types of herpes.
Right, but that's not something that's deadly. What if people start putting in something that's deadly?
Like malaria?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like malaria or polio or, I mean, AIDS or, well, you can't get AIDS from saliva, but
it has to be a virus that lives long enough. It has to have a long shelf life, quote unquote.
Yeah, so it couldn't be something, but still, I'm not up enough on my diseases to know what you could give that way, but I mean, that's scary.
It is, giving them out to children. Now, enemies, on another hand, she may have went the wrong direction for business.
The way wrong direction. But even enemies, that's still super, super scary. I mean, that's like past keying a car or, I mean, that's like
sending someone to prison for 21 years for a crime he didn't commit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that bad.
Yeah. Or about to execute them.
Yes.
But giving a disease that can be passed and spread without no knowledge that they even have that disease. I mean, you can put
she's
an outbreak.
Insane. She's insane.
Yeah,
period.
That's just so. Okay, this next one hits super close to home.
Speaking of insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good segue.
The Santa Fe shooter has been declared currently at this time mentally incompetent to stand trial.
It's a little personal.
Very personal for us.
Not only because it's in Texas, but we actually know someone who lost a daughter to the Santa Fe shooter. So this is not okay.
No, it's not.
So if every crazy maniac that goes out and we know they're insane. I mean, hello, we are not out shooting up schools. That's not a normal thing to do. So for someone to give that pardon, I mean, that's a pardon.
I just can't bring myself to be okay.
I can't even breathe
with that decision because it was so calculated.
It was premeditated.
And it was done with intent.
But he says he can't stand trial now.
So
he's insane now.
Hopefully in a few months or a year from now or whenever it is, he will be competent enough to stand trial.
You know what? I don't even care honestly, I don't care if he's competent. Let's just try him anyways. Was he competent at the time that he did the crime? It was premeditated, so he was.
I see it like he's going to end up spending the rest of his life in prison anyway. Because I think that at his age at the time, he's not eligible for the death penalty. I don't think.
Well, that's some shit.
So just
This is Texas. They'll
just
figure
like,
something out.
it's horrible.
But my thing is, was he competent when he did it? Because competent now, we don't need him to be competent. If he just
But
sits
you
there,
have to be competent when you stand trial.
Yeah, but then everybody could be like, I'm not competent.
Everybody can go with the crazy defense, right? But I think there are standards that you have to meet. Like he was evaluated by a psychologist or whomever,
Three psychologists.
who all
I
came to
understand.
the same conclusion.
Okay, but this is the thing. When you take 50 million lives, of course then you're going to be feeling some type of way afterwards.
You know, I look at it like this. It doesn't, me personally, my personal thoughts on this are, if you do what he did, your competency should never be brought into question. Have a speedy trial, execute him, end the story. I
don't think they should have ever taken him out alive. Like, you guys, I know you're probably not going to love me on this one, but I don't think we should just, they should just shoot them. They should teach them just to shoot them.
Shoot on sight?
Yes. If you're a school shooter, shoot them. Because then we have to go through this. All these parents.
But then at the same time, right, well, and then you do, but then I look at it like this from the I would want him dead. But if you don't take him alive, you don't get answers. You don't get the why. And I guess the why really doesn't matter, but I'm sure they did anyways.
Yeah. He's claiming he's insane.
But in a sense it does, because it helps us to study these people and to figure out the motives, and then to possibly be able to profile them and recognize the signs in other people so that we can prevent things like this from happening.
Yeah, but they all say the same thing. They were bullied. Well, a lot of people were bullied. I was bullied. I didn't shoot anybody. Mm-hmm. So really, honestly, this stresses me out. This stresses me out because I am feeling so horrible for these families.
I am too.
And thinking that he is, I don't care. You know, I've had several people say to me, well, he's going to be in a psychiatric hospital. That's horrible.
You know, and my feeling on life imprisonment or being in an institution, it's punishment, but it's not really punishment, because you can become adjusted and acclimated to anything.
But honestly, I don't give a fuck about him. I don't care what he's doing. So I care about the families and having some type of justice and closure, and they can't have justice and closure if he's sitting in a mental hospital. And that's honestly how I feel.
Yeah.
Because as long as we let him sit in a mental hospital, they still know that there's a pending doom over their head, because there's a cloud of a trial at some point that they're going to have.
It's going to always, that memory is going to always come into question. They're going to have to face it. I get it, 100%.
At some point, so that means, and the DA said, well, we're going to keep, every 3 months or so, we're going to keep testing his competency. Okay, so what? In 12 months, he's going to magically become competent, and now they're going to have to relive and start the trial then again? So they're never going to fucking heal.
How do you ever really heal from something like that?
Well, you don't, but you can't even start a grieving process, like, because it's like wounds and open.
I don't know. It's just like, you know, he should have never had access to that gun. That's the thing. But you know, in this country, we have a fascination with firearms and all.
Lock up your guns from your kids. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if you think your kids know how to use them. It does not matter if you think your kids won't do anything. Lock them up.
Speaking of guns,
a Newark man in New Jersey tries to sneak a gun-shaped toilet paper roller past TSA.
Of all the weird toilet paper holders that exist, this is the first time I've ever heard of a gun-shaped toilet paper holder.
Well,
like, I have a little butler in my bathroom with a plunger on his head that holds my toilet paper.
Well, from what I read, it was like he made a gun shape out of toilet paper rolls.
No.
Oh, it was an actual.
It was an actual toilet paper holder that looks like a gun. It looks like a revolver. So where you have the revolver barrel, it's that wand part that holds the toilet paper. Well, that's what that was. So it's weird.
Amazon Prime. Like, seriously. don't take it through TSA. Next. Oh, this one's quite interesting, especially for me.
So, Emma Watson. Well, let me ask you. How do you feel about being self-partnered? Because apparently, according to
I am not self-partnered.
According to Emma Watson, the new term for being single is self-partnered.
I'm just single.
You're not self-partnered?
I am not self-partnered. That is like weird. That is so weird. That's like an insecure.
What does that even
term.
mean to be self-partnered? Because you're defining yourself. Because a partner means you have a pair. There's two of you. So does she have a split personality?
I was gonna say she's multiple personality. Emma Watson.
Are you separating
Hashtag
your
WTH.
physical being from your consciousness? Like, I'm trying to like get real deep in here and figure out what she's talking about.
Okay, but committed relationship people are not that.
I mean,
deep.
she's self-partnered.
She wants to be called self-partnered instead of single. She thinks singled is offensive.
But like, okay, so if you're in a relationship,
well, then get in a relationship.
So if you're in a relationship, then what's the term for being in a relationship when you're no longer self-partnered? You're just partnered.
You have a boyfriend. You have a
Self-partnered
boyfriend, and then you're engaged, and then you're married. That's normal. You're just not single.
Apparently now the thing for 2019 is to redefine normal.
No, she just wants to be unique and different. She's single. That's just weird.
Well, according to her, she's self-partnered.
Yeah, no, she's just single. Like, that's just weird. Like, that's like, all this newfangled whatever.
Listen,
like,
Emma Watson,
yeah.
she is magically self-partnered. She started all the Harry Potter movies.
Oh my god,
don't put,
you almost made me snort on air.
Don't put my day job.
I find you funny.
You
amuse me.
I think I'm rather hilarious.
You amuse me.
Oh, good. I can amuse someone in my life.
On the show, that's all that matters. Okay, so you are tuned into Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reeves.
And we are moving right along. I don't have my iPad today, so I can't see what time it is. Can you tell me what time it is?
7:37.
Oh, good. We're doing great on time. I thought we were like...
No, we're doing well.
We're doing really good. So we can just ramble a lot. No, I'm just kidding, guys. They're like, oh, shit.
And we continue to talk incoherently about subjects.
Yeah, we're good at that.
Yeah, like we know what we're actually talking about.
Yeah. We're really good at that.
We are.
You know what? This is off subject, but on subject, but not on subject whatsoever. The weather ended up being good for Halloween.
It was, because like last Halloween, it rained cats and dogs.
The last two Halloweens.
Yeah, it did.
Last Halloween it was bad, but it gave us a break. The Halloween before that, it never even broke.
No. But you know what, though? You can't say it rained cats and dogs on Halloween. It rained ghosts and goblins.
Ghosts and goblins.
Ghosts and goblins.
Yeah, so
clever.
Yeah, so this Halloween, it actually, because we were warning everyone to like keep their kids warm and everything.
Right.
It actually was beautiful.
It was a little chilly though. It was nippy.
It was perfect.
But we still had really good weather for trick or treating.
Yeah, it was perfect because it was like if they're wearing a costume, now they're not like freezing to death or burning to death. You know?
This little girl came in my house. She was dressed as she was a teenager actually, dressed as Wonder Woman, and you could tell she was cold. And I'm like, aren't you cold? She was like, yeah, but my costume's Wonder Woman, so I have to, be amazing and be the Amazon and brave the cold. She was like, I can't be Wonder Woman in a jacket.
That's so cute. That's so cute. You know what I did? Okay, so I'll tell this story. Just between us.
Okay.
Okay, so I had these the older boys come, 4 of them, and they acted a little bit nervous at first. A couple of them were gung-ho, we're coming in your house. Okay? No parents. So I'm like, you don't have any parents with you? They're like, no. They were middle school, obviously.
Right.
Probably 6th grade though, And I'm like, okay, if you guys want to, because most of them I was trying to tell your parents, you know. At my old neighborhood, people knew me, so it wasn't a big deal. But here I was like, oh, tell your parents. Okay, so the other 2 were a little bit nervous at first, but then they decided to come in. So they come in, they go through my house. Then when they get out, I'm like, okay, now never go in strangers' houses again. And they're like, what? Wait wait, you told us. And then one kid goes, yeah, my mom tells me that all the time. I'm like, why'd you come in my house? And he goes, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a stranger. He's like, your house looked pretty cool.
Like, you're not a stranger. Your house is just strange.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was like waiting for that time to tell someone.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Don't come in strangers' houses.
Yeah.
But I wanted them to come in. So,
Right.
Yeah, so I know. I'm hilarious too. Okay, so Life 101.
Yes.
Ready? This is a big one. This is a big one.
And we really, really, really want to know what you all think about this subject. We want your opinions in the comments.
Yes. Well, she wants your opinions in the comments.
She doesn't care what you think.
I care what you think about like some things, but this one's kind of deep.
So they're not deep thinkers?
No, they're very deep thinkers.
Okay.
So they may go like, ooh,
To
like
get too deep for you.
yeah, they may get like
Deep.
like.
I mean, because it is a touchy subject. Let's tell them what it is.
Okay, so is there anything that your family can do, that a family member can do, that can actually make you, they can't be forgiven for? Is there anything that can make you completely write off a family member, that you can divorce a family member? Maybe give an example of something that we were given.
Okay.
And
All right. So it would be like, where do you draw the line with family?
yes,
Like, I come from a family to where it's blood is always thicker than water. No matter what they do, even if it's egregious, you find a way to make amends because you share the same DNA, basically.
right.
Okay? So, you know, the question was posed. This woman asked, she said, I got invited to my cousin's wedding. Should I go? The man she's marrying is my ex-fiance. We were engaged and she cheated with him. Now they're engaged to be married and they sent me an invitation to the wedding, and my mother is saying I should just get over it and go because she's family.
Yes, like family is all you've got. That was the actual quote. Family is all you got.
So in a situation like that, what do you do?
What do you do?
See, to me personally, if family's all you got, the cousin would have never cheated with her fiance to begin with.
Right.
Because she would have drew the line at that and said, you know what, that's my cousin, she's my family, family's all I got. I am not going to do something that will cause her a significant amount of pain and heartbreak. She would have shut it down. But she's gone the extra mile to where she's stuck the knife in, and now she's turning it by marrying this man and inviting her cousin that she stabbed in the back to her wedding.
Stabbed in the heart.
In the heart, yeah.
The heart.
The heart, you're right.
There's a difference, because there are things, I think, and this is where I was going to say, like with drawing the line. There are things, I think, in family where you can get stabbed in the back,
Right.
just like you can with a friend, where time can heal some wounds, and you can sit down and be adults, and you can make amends, and you can grow past it, but the trust will be broken.
Right.
Okay? If you're stabbed in the back. But if you're stabbed in the heart,
Yeah, how do you get over that?
that I don't know so much about. You know?
Yeah.
That's a really tough one. And especially it was the no man or woman, like we're saying men because we're women, but we're not man haters by any means at all. So like it could be the opposite situation, but no man is worth that. Like you can't, or any relationship is worth that. So for a cousin to do that, even if she cheated, if she would have cheated with him and then been like, oh shit, I messed up, and been done with him, let time go by, and then came back, you know, groveling at my feet and been like, look, I am so sorry. I love you. I don't know what I was thinking. Da 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 da. I could find forgiveness eventually.
I could even find forgiveness in the fact that, not all relationships work out.
Right.
Just because you date someone doesn't mean they're off limits to anyone else you know.
Right.
Because, maybe you just aren't compatible with that person. It's the way they went about starting their relationship. What he should have done was in the relationship with the cousin,
Correct.
completely
Correct.
sever those ties, and then later, when it wasn't as fresh, if he wanted to pursue a relationship with the cousin.
But once they cheated together,
when they cheated together,
decided to get married.
They destroyed that family dynamic when they did what they did by the way they went about it.
Yeah. No.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
On that.
So some things are and that doesn't mean like if it was me personally, that doesn't mean that I could never love you again. But I'm not gonna trust you, and I'm sure as the hell not coming to your wedding.
And then too, like me personally, if I came to the wedding, it would be to show up and show out.
Well, see, I'm not that type of person.
I'm not the part where they get to speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah. No, I'm not that type of person.
I'm gonna jump up and say, you know what? I'm pregnant with his baby. That's why you can't get married.
I don't think you would. I think you would want to. I don't think you would actually do it.
Let's ruin your day.
Yeah, I don't think you would actually do it. I could see you going in while she was getting ready and being like, you're such a whore. I'm only here for our families. And I just want to remind you that you're a whore.
And I hope he cheats on you.
Yes. How you got him is how you lose him.
Yeah.
And I will be outside watching you as you walk down the aisle. Have a great wedding. Like, I can see you doing something like that. But I don't see you standing up. No. But I think there are things in families. I mean, there are toxic people.
Very toxic.
I think if people are in the midst of addiction, I think those are times that you step away from them.
But you don't write that person off 100%. We're talking about writing someone off completely.
Well, you said, do we or don't we?
Yeah.
And I said, no, I wouldn't, because even if they stole or they, used you or they lied about what they needed money for or whatever, but you do take yourself out of that situation and away from that person. You do take yourself away from the toxicity. You completely, I've had to block people. I've had to, delete them from my phone. I've had to not take calls. You have to do some of that kind of stuff for your own mental sanity. You have to take care of yourself. Self-preservation comes first. Knowing that in time, they can get better.
And if it were a family member who affected my personal safety or the safety of my children, then I wouldn't have a problem cutting them off at all.
Yeah. But when someone does something like sexual abuse, cheating with a boyfriend or girlfriend or spouse, physical abuse, hurting your children, if it's something like that, then I think
you cut them out like a cancer.
Yeah, you have to, because you have to do what's best for you personally. And even if you choose to, you can still choose to keep someone at a distance.
Mm-hmm.
If you choose to, you don't have to listen. See, that's the other thing. I think sometimes friends can try to sway people.
Right.
And try to make people think that they're wrong for forgiving someone, or that they're wrong for not forgiving someone.
Right.
Either way. And I think it has to be how you feel. But it's okay to say, like, yeah.
And I really feel like families and friends should respect your decision.
Yes.
Like, if you choose not to associate with a certain family member, the rest of the family doesn't have the right to force that interaction.
Correct.
And that's how people often get caught up, because they have forced interactions because of the rest of the family.
Yes. I have some if any of my family's watching right now, they're going to love me. I have a very dysfunctional family. Very dysfunctional. And I've had to go years without dealing with certain members of my family for my own mental health.
Right.
I'm not ever speaking to them again, but I have to set boundaries. We talk about boundaries a lot on here, but I have to set boundaries, and I have to say, like, okay, this is not okay for me. I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm not dealing with this. So if this is the way that you continue to act, or this is the way that you feel is appropriate for you to act,
then I choose not to associate with you.
yes, and that's
Right.
okay.
Absolutely.
And I have friends that are like my family members. I mean, you, Dallas, like you guys are my family. So if my, I love my family, but when they said family's all you've got, if anything happened to me, God forbid, my family wouldn't know.
Right.
You guys would be telling my family.
Right. Right.
I mean that's the reality, is that I have a core group, it's about this big, of friends that are my family. And they would be the ones that would be calling my family. They would be the ones relaying to my family. And the reality is my family wouldn't be coming to the hospital. They wouldn't be coming to the
Right.
taking care of Juju. They wouldn't be, it would be my friends.
Yeah. And then at the end, though, you know, in a lot of people have that same exact situation, but you'll still have family members who push the families all you got dogma.
Well, see, whenever that happens, then I say, you're right. Will you come and watch Juju for 2 weeks? Because I need to go out of town. Try that on.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, they're not going to come and do
Hey,
it.
I need a kidney.
Yeah. Yeah. Family's all I got. But I really think you have to do what's best for your
You
mental
do.
health, but don't make rash decisions.
No.
Don't make rash decisions. I think some people choose to make themselves deal with their family to be the martyr,
Right.
so that they can say like, oh, my family's so awful, and oh, I have to put up with this, and oh, I have to put, no, you don't have to.
No. But you know, the
You
older
choose to.
I've gotten, the less I martyr myself.
Yes.
You know? It's like, no, I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, that comes with wisdom
Yeah,
too.
you know, and sometimes I think it's perfectly okay to not be the bigger person.
Yeah.
You know? It really is.
Yeah, but you still have boundary problems with friends.
Yeah.
You do. So we need to work on that.
Yeah.
Look, we need to work on that.
It's,
I would
you know
love
what it
that
is?
for
It's
you.
like, I'm too giving.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. That's what it is. Too giving.
Light bulb.
Yeah.
But well, and you believe what you're told
Yeah.
because you want to believe the best.
Well, you know, my whole thing is with people in my relationships, I always think the best of people until they show me otherwise. You know, if that makes sense?
Yeah, but sometimes even when they show, we don't need that.
Yeah, yeah. I try to think the best.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but with family, I think you've gotten good at your boundaries though.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so with friends, you just have to fold that over. But that's the thing. You have to. I think with family though, it's easier because you've grown up with them, so that intuition thing kicks in.
Right. You know them
So
better.
you know. So you know when they're bullshitting you. Most people do.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, then talk to somebody. Call one of us. I have a great bullshit meter.
1-800 bullshit busters.
Yeah. I have a great bullshit meter.
Right.
You know? So, getting lots of hearts on that one. But yeah, so just keep your guard up somewhat, but you don't have to, unless it's a sexual abuse or something that somebody's put you in danger in some type of way or tried to make you, take credit for a crime they've done or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't be quick to cut people off. I think, just take a break. Step back, take a break, let all the emotions
Yeah.
simmer
Put
down
some
first.
distance between yourselves.
Yeah, let the emotions simmer down first, because I think people are too quick to throw people away when they you really could let them have the opportunity to make amends, or you have the opportunity to make amends, whoever, looking at each other's parts. And then maybe a relationship could be saved in some capacity. Not the same relationship, because once
I feel
Once
like
you've been
once trust is
stabbed,
broken, it's
Yeah.
broken.
yeah,
Period.
once you've been stabbed, there's a scar. Scar doesn't go away.
So does she go to the wedding or not?
I would not go to the wedding.
Yeah.
I absolutely would not. Because first of all, I'm not a sadist. Like, I'm not going to put myself through that pain. Second of all, it would be like I'm saying that I approve of what
Of their
happens.
union, yeah.
And I don't. Third of all,
Fuck them.
well,
That's third.
Well, and from the information that we got, there hasn't been amends made.
No.
There hasn't been relationship reconnection.
And you know, and maybe the cousin the cousin maybe just invited her to, just like I said, further add salt to the wound.
Or maybe just because that's what you do, you just invite your whole family. You know, either way, because the mom said, you know, we're family. Family's all you got. So no matter what the case may be, or maybe the cousin has gotten over it because the cousin's not sitting and simmering in it. She didn't make an amends. She's moved on.
Of course,
She's
the
getting
cousin's
married.
gotten over it. She's gotten what she wants. She's not feeling any type of discomfort by it.
But sometimes people still feel guilt and remorse if she didn't like you said, if there was a true connection and this relationship was more or less over, and you know, if it was that type of a situation.
She didn't feel enough remorse. She's still marrying a man.
Yes, but like you said, I mean, you actually gave me a different perspective because I was like, she shouldn't be with him at all. But then when you gave me a different perspective when you said, you know, relationships don't always work out, and maybe they had a connection, a true connection, and were meant to be together. They should have waited until this relationship was completely ended, kind of thing. And if that is the case, then maybe this cousin over here is like, well, he's told me all this stuff that happened between you. You told me you weren't happy. What's the big deal? You know, I mean, it could have been that kind of a thing. And if that's the case,
but if that were the case, and if it wasn't a big deal, there would have been no secrecy with it.
Yeah, no cheating.
Right.
But I'm just saying, at this point, the cousin may have moved on from it and not see that there's still pain and wounds, and she hasn't made amends. So I wouldn't go to the wedding.
No.
Wouldn't go to the wedding at all. And if someone tried to pressure me, I'd be like, look, you do you, I'll do me. Me and my cousin will talk in a couple years. But until then,
if ever,
leave me alone. Love you bunches.
I mean, we're talking. I mean, the thing of it is this would be the same cousin who would want to invite her to her baby shower.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of those things, like this life that she.
Right, and if you go, like you said, if you go even to prove a point and be a bitch, then you're still going to get invited to the baby shower.
Yes.
But if you don't show up, then they're going to be like, oh, she set a clear boundary.
Right.
And that's what we have to do for ourselves. Set a clear boundary. Don't go. Take care of yourself. So, this is Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reeves.
And we are going to jump into Chivalry 101. We have a few minutes for that.
And, you know, speaking of taking care of yourself, you know, it's chivalrous for you to take care of your partner when your partner's ill.
Yes. So, guys, if you have someone who is sick, whether it's a cold, the flu, something worse, take care of her.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Be there for her.
A friend of mine has a new boyfriend, and she was recently sick with the flu, and he came over and he brought her juice, ginger ale, soup.
Aww.
It's something else.
And chivalrous.
Right, and a cute little red box movie.
Aww,
for her to watch because she's like stuck up in the house. Yeah, it was super sweet.
That's super chivalrous.
And you know what? She actually cried because she'd never had anyone care enough to do that for her before.
Aww.
So it was really, really sweet. And guys, that is an example of chivalry.
Now, I will admit, being on the dating scene and being out here, guys are not so chivalrous.
No.
Anymore. You know, I'm seeing this. I'm learning this. But they're still there. They are still there. We do not give up on you. We are not giving up on you. So that's sweet.
Yeah, super sweet. And you know, and for women, when the guy that we're seeing is sick, like it's our natural instinct to kick in and want to help him.
Yes, we want to take care of you.
Right. So, you know, we want to come over and bring you soup or, you know, do all the things for you to make you feel better.
Comfortable.
And comforted and just to help you get over that hump of being sick.
Yes.
It's almost like that. It's like our motherly instinct to nurture.
It is. And for guys, it may not be so natural, but that's something to do that's sweet.
Yeah. So like when it's
Bring her
done for
flowers.
us, it's kind of like, oh.
Yeah. Bring her flowers.
Yeah, it's like
chicken
we
soup.
really like it.
Yeah, it means a lot. It means the difference between he's up here or he's down here.
Yeah. Because when you do nice things like that, it automatically elevates you.
Yes, it does. So, that is Chivalry 101 for this week. Thank you for tuning in. Go to my YouTube, Skyla Dawn, SKYLADAWN. Hit that subscribe button. We will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for supporting us. Mwah.
Have a great evening. AJ Paul.